Hi again all, welcome to Blue and Gold Talk, the video on the channel, if you're new, that talks about anything random. Buffalo Sabres, the greatest hockey team in the history of the NHL. All right, so I want to go on a few subjects here, guys. Before we get started, all right, let me close this computer so it doesn't distract me. A few things I want to talk about. I'm going to show you guys a few intros because I'm cooking up some new videos. I'm changing up the channel again. I'm going to try and keep it fresh this year, guys, because if it gets stale, so do I, okay? Just the way it works with me. Does it mean the other segments will never come back? No, it doesn't mean that, but it just means I want to have other segments on the channel. Guys, here's the first intro. Okay, so that right there, guys, is probably going to be, because I'm not sure yet, the Sabres on the Warpath is going to probably be a video of when the Sabres are rolling and when we're really pumped about them and we want to just talk about the winning streak or when they're playing good or whatever, a big win. Say we go into Edmonton, we win 7-0. That calls for a Sabre on the Warpath video. You get what I'm saying? That's kind of the vision I have for that. You have any ideas? Let me know on that one. Here is the second one. Okay, I figured I'd finally have an intro with the goat head. It has nothing to do with the actual video itself. I might be wearing this when I'm doing it. That's going to be videos where I'm ranting, guys, and I'm angry. You know, you want to see me angry, bring up the two words, Robin Lehner, and you'll see me get angry. So that'll be kind of the signal from now on where it's a rant video. You know, I won't have to mark rant. You'll just know. And that way, if you don't want to hear me rant, you don't have to. You can just avoid the video in general. You don't have to click on it. So I think it's kind of fair to those people too that say, I don't want to hear when Wayne's having a temper tantrum, you know? So on the nights, and it's not often, but on the nights I want to rant, and it might be a fun rant too, though, you know? It'll be Rome's Wrath. It'll be Rome's Wrath. So that's the name of that one. And you guys already know I have the other video, which is, oh my God, I forgot it already. The playoff bound. So we'll have fun with that one also. Okay, that's it about the channel. Now, how we're feeling about the team right now, guys. So we have one spot left open, which is Peyton Krebs. Okay, could be Kulik. Krebs is very expendable right now, guys. Really, I think a lot of us want to bring up Kulik, you know, because could Kulik come in and be in the top 6? That's kind of pushing it, you know. But so was Zach Benson, little Zach Benson last year. And he got all sorts of good time on the ice. And, you know, he didn't have the big number year, but we weren't expecting him to. And he provided well. Myself, I'd like us to get a veteran winger, get him on the team, and just go for it this year. Go as far as, screw the league, go as far as we can. Just take it, march into the playoffs with it, and the hell with everybody and every criticism. Who cares? You know, maybe this is an early Rome's Wrath, you know, because this is where I'll be coming from this year. If we march into the playoffs, I don't want to just get in and make it and we'll be happy with that. That's a failure mentality, guys. No. We have to get in and cause damage. We have to get in and cause damage. It wouldn't make sense otherwise. We've suffered for so long, it would only make sense our first time back there. We're going to be a force to be reckoned with the first time around. And I'll tell you what, we're going to win the hearts of millions, okay? We will. We will. If the Sabres go deep in the playoffs this year, let's say it's destined we get to the Final Four this year. People say that's a stretch. Not really. But let's say the Sabres get all the way to the Final Four this year. Can you imagine how much of the hearts of fans we'd have won that are not Buffalo fans, fans who are just cheering us on and saying, my God, it's good to see the Sabres doing something again. And, you know, And it'd be nice to take out Toronto in the first round, or Boston. Be nice to take out one of those guys in the first round. But if I had it my way, next year in the first round, we play Florida. That's who I want the Sabres to run into right away. Right away. That's the best possible experience we can run into. The best possible beast that we can run into is the Florida Panthers in the first round. The way they won the Stanley Cup, they're true champions, guys. I know they had a bit of a letdown after 3-0 with Edmonton, but they learned a good lesson, and they were put in a position. They had to come out swinging in Game 7, and they showed up. So we'll see. We'll see what happens this year. But guys, I'm feeling good about the year. I'm feeling good about our roster. And it's weird to look and see we have $8.5 million of cap only. Isn't that weird, eh? But this was the plan, guys. We had to get to this point with this roster, with these ages. And then next year, again, it wouldn't hurt to have $5 million open this year, add on the money that's coming in next year, But I think this year we could do it. We could go out and get a $5 million winger, throw him into the mix, and let's go for it. Let's just go for it. Let's go for something. Let's make something happen this year. We need some Sabres magic this year, guys. We need something to happen. The team has been hurting for so long. This franchise has been hurting for so long that to me, it only makes sense. It only makes sense if we get in, something will happen in the playoffs. I just don't believe we're going to get in and lose 4 straight or something. I can't see that. No, we've been building this team too properly. And now we have some stability. We have some size. We've got some grit on the team now. Things are feeling right. We got Lindy back. Things are feeling pretty right about this team compared to a year ago. And I thought last year they would be first place. Remember, I did, because the talent's there. You know what? The dumbest thing I see, and this is, you could tell the Sabres fans that aren't really in tune with what we're doing. I see Sabres fans saying, well, they're not going to go anywhere with that roster. I'm like, wow, really? Do you really consciously believe that? Look how many first rounders we have, how many top 10 picks we have, how many top 20 picks, if you want to go all the way with it. The Sabres have a stacked unit here, guys. We're just young. But this is the year maybe they come of age. And if the Sabres come of age this year, remember how Jersey all of a sudden got all this respect? I think that's what will happen with Buffalo. I just hope the hockey guy never picks us to win the cup, because that'll jinx us right away. Sorry, Shannon, please stay out of it. We don't need you. We don't want it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear we're winning the cup. Let us guys decide that over here. Now, I think the Sabres this year can go deep if they got in. If they got in, because we're gonna have some grit. We're gonna be bigger, meaner, older, and a little more stable with Lindy behind the bench. I think we know that. There's no reason to think we shouldn't get in the playoffs and make damage. I don't think Lindy was talking for naught when he said that basically this reminds him of the 06 squad before the 06 season happened. I don't think Lindy's just saying that to score points with you guys. Lindy he's not really that type of guy. I think he believes it, and so do I. I believe in this roster, guys, I do. And I just want to see something happen, so I say, okay, I was right. Okay, I wasn't imagining it. I was right about this. I was right about this vision and this plan and, what they're trying to accomplish here. We've built this through the pipeline, guys. You know what the beautiful thing is about players not wanting to come to Buffalo, folks? And take this one for what it is it forced us to build the team from within, through the pipeline. So these players that came up in an atmosphere of friendship, family. They fell in love with the city, and they're not spoiled brats playing, let's say, in New York or something, that say, no, I don't want to go to Buffalo. That's not what's happening. What's happening is they grew up within our system, were treated very right, I'm sure, by management. We seem to be an organization now that's healthy, and it seems like these players want to really be here, the one that grew up with us, They really want to be here. Not many want to get out that have grown up here. So for me, that's what I like, guys. Thank God we didn't bring in a spoiled brat like a Patrick Kane. Thank God we didn't do that. That would have been like our John Tavares. You know what I mean? No thanks. No. Because then he gets all sorts of money, and all of a sudden, it goes from a family environment to a selfish environment. And that's what I didn't want to see happen with the Sabres. It would have been the dumbest mistake if the Sabres would have went and got a guy like Patrick Kane on this team. It would have been the dumbest mistake. He's finished. He's washed up. I don't care what Detroit fans think of that. He is. He's done. How do I know? His age. That's it. His age. We don't need to bring up guys. We don't need to bring in guys that are like 35 and up on this team unless they're role players. That's different, okay? But a guy that's going to want to demand the spotlight for himself and everything, and a guy, let's face it, that chose Detroit over his hometown. No thanks. No. There's no loyalty there. It's all just money with this guy. No thanks. So that would be the perfect year for me, guys. The Sabres get in, they squeeze in, they beat out Detroit. Wouldn't it be funny if Detroit missed the playoffs by 1 point this year and it was because of us this time? That would be funny. And the Sabres get in and they make noise. That would be the best possible scenario. I think this year we're going to have to contend, though, with teams like Detroit, Ottawa. Ottawa's going to be around. I'm not one of these fans that just believes Ottawa is just going to, like, do nothing. They're going to do something over there eventually. They've been building that team. They've been overpaying more than us, though. That's one thing. Ottawa hasn't been as smart with the money, but do they have a choice? Think about it. You know? And they're a little more desperate when it comes to, like, begging free agents to go over there. They'll go and give up draft picks and stuff where we have stuck to our guns, okay? We have stuck to our guns and we didn't give in. And now we're paying the rewards for that. Now we have these assets that we can move and bring in some stud. So I'm excited, guys. I'm excited for the year, as you can tell. I'm excited about this contract today. It's got me in the Sabres mode today. I'm excited. I needed some Sabres news. I just happened to go on the Sabres. I was going to just be lazy tonight, guys, after finishing that apartment. Not finishing it yet, but finishing for the day. And I was just watching Cheaters. I love that show. I love that show. I don't know if you guys, it's a filmed in Dallas reality TV show, and I'm watching it on the Roku channel. And I've been just binge watching it. I remember all these episodes from like 15 years ago, you know? Fun to watch episode, show for me anyway. So I'm feeling good about the team, guys. I am feeling good. I'm excited. October's around the corner. I think this year something is going to happen in Buffalo. And I don't even want to give a prediction, but guys, if we can't finish in front of anybody in this division but Florida, then we've built it wrong. Because sooner or later, the other teams start to go down and the up-and-coming teams start to rise. That's just the transition in any sport of any franchise. I mean, the Chicago Cubs I've seen win the World Series, guys. I've seen the Florida Panthers win a Stanley Cup. You know, I mean, I can go on and on and on. I've seen eventually, you know, I'll even go to basketball. I've seen the Dallas Mavericks break through one year. Like, things happen in sports eventually. If you're patient, stick by your team, don't give up. Don't give up the dream, no matter what anybody tells you. Those negative fools, let them be fools. Just really, it's only a matter of time, I believe, that this is going to come of age, what we're doing here. It's only a matter of time. We're not just going to get older and nothing happens, guys. That's not the way it works. Sooner or later, kaboom. The Sabres go 14-2-1 in a 17-game span. That's when we know. That's when we know, okay, it's happening. This is coming together. Now it's coming together. We're not going to continue that pace, but you go like that for 1/5 of the season, and it's like, okay, something's going on now. Now we got something cooking. So I'm looking forward to the year, guys. I know I've been blabbing, but I'm a little excited about the contract too. I'm happy it's out of the way. You know, I was a little worried about it, but I wasn't stressing. I know we have Levi. I don't want any animosity in the dressing room with players, and I'm so happy it didn't have to go to arbitration. I am so happy that they got this done before. That's so important. So that's good. We'll see what Krebs. I think they're going to move him. I really do. I don't think Adams is done. I'll end the night on that note. I do not think Kevin Adams is done. Another player's coming, guys. I just don't know who. My guess, top 6 winger. I just got no clue who, really. So they probably would do it right now if some of these stupid players would not hold out coming to Buffalo. But you know, folks, once the team starts winning again in the future, a lot of players will come to Buffalo. You've seen how it was back in 06, 07. There's no players that say, oh, I'm not going to Buffalo back then. So it's just about winning and losing and the health of the organization. And right now we're on the cusp, okay? Sabres are on the cusp, guys. No matter what you think, I know some of you don't believe it. I know it. The Sabres are this close right now to something big happening, potentially this year for sure. It could happen this year. 50-win season could happen. It just could happen out of nowhere. And we're just like, oh my God, what a year we're having, you know? We'll see. All right, back to the show. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Have a good night. Thanks for listening. And I'll throw some videos out there finally tonight. Let's get them up early. Have a good one, guys.